Welcome back to SA Sports Show. It's been a good show. It's been good fun.
A lot of fun.
Don't know how this next segment's going to go, though.
A lot of fun.
We always toss it up. What I am disappointed with,
well, we'll
introduced Kimmy Koster.
I'm a little bit
Where's
thirsty.
my samples from Fluorio milk? Last time you brought us yogurts and milks, and I'm taking them all home. My kids are having
all over
it.
my face, can't you see?
You're going great. Don't worry about it.
Well, look, I thought somebody flower bombed it.
I've been painting. I've been painting at home. It's all a bit speckly.
Because you are older than me, aren't you? You're about 4 or 5, 6 years older than me.
With this on, I'd probably look at it.
Jeez.
But do you know what? I can grow it here, but not up here.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think I can grow it right around.
I like it.
Join the club, mate. Join the
Well, you would
club.
have got a few greys from last week's Showdown. That was a tough game. Crows probably disappointing in the end, wasn't they? After half time, and Tex kicked that big goal. Beautiful right footer.
Which really, before you go there, Ando, I'm sorry to cut in
I'm
on
happy
you,
that you
mate.
did.
I'm sorry
actually.
to cut in on
I
you.
know where I was going.
Well, the goal that Tex kicked, I actually think was a free kick
Okay.
to Cleary. I thought the Tex dragged his arm down. I thought he. Well, I mean, that's only just that's from an outsider who's
They
not
probably
biased.
just went the first 10 before that with Cleary hanging on to him and whatever they probably thought.
I thought he'd give one.
Fair call.
Nah,
He played very well, Cleary, though. I thought that he was.
he's a good
I
player.
actually thought
He's a very
it's
good
not very
player.
often you get the Bronx cheers. To a captain of a club halfway during the last quarter when he does take a mark. I actually thought Cleary done a great job, and I thought he was probably a bit stiff not getting the medal.
I agree.
I really do,
agree.
because I could think probably 2 games in my whole career I've known of a player to get a Bronx cheer, a big name player to get a Bronx cheer, because Tex only needs 5 kicks to kick 4 goals. He kicked
He's
one
one of the better
quite a
kicks in the
cracker, by the way.
competition.
Yep.
But really kept him out. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'm over these players getting 36 possessions and always getting the medal or always getting 3 votes.
Yeah.
There are some players are working their backsides off, so they keep big name players, big key position, big name players
that's a
down.
fair point,
like
Andy.
Cleary did on the weekend.
Yeah.
Had great support, but I still reckon Robbie Gray running down that race would not have had the same pressure as Cleary running down the race before the game, knowing that he's on Tex Walker.
No, correct.
And that's where I think I was
fair.
a bit disappointed he didn't get it. Robbie played a great game, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that at all.
yeah.
He's fantastic.
Robbie Gray is a star.
He's a
seriously,
superstar.
Going back years ago, I'm not a Port fan at all, but I didn't really rate him that highly. But I went and watched one day and just watched actually him.
Yeah.
He seriously is
He's
a
a
genuine
gun.
star.
Yeah.
Like,
He's a gun.
The stuff that he can do is just. I actually don't know how he actually gets out of traffic. I know he's,
And that's
facing
his strength, Kim.
He is
Yeah.
seriously a star.
No one touches him.
No, and you know what? There's only a select few that have been like him over the time, as in Ablett Jr.,
Yeah, that's right,
Chris
yeah.
Judd,
Yep.
that can do it.
They're
But
real evasive
he's
skills.
a star. But I'm so glad you've actually pumped up Cleary, because I'm a Tex Walker fan.
Yeah.
I know he's had his sort of ups and downs and so forth, but to me personally, I don't think he's had that much help in
Delivery?
down there. Well, delivery, but also down there. He's the biggest bloke. He gets double teamed every single week.
They're onto him,
Not taking anything away from Josh Jenkins, because if you can kick a goal over Joe the Goose, whatever, it's a goal, right?
It's a goal,
But
yeah.
I just wish he'd actually have a little bit more help with another big, tall, strong marking forward.
Yeah.
I think we saw when Himmelberg was there, he actually did play a lot better. He actually took a lot
you're
more
right,
marks.
Just wasn't like one passage. There's 2 with the
and the
being there.
stats, some of these stats they get, it's the 1-2, kick it back and forth. You see a lot of blokes, I reckon, when you watch, you go, geez, he's having a bad game. All of a sudden, you will see him get himself in a position where he can get 1, 2, 3, 4 touches to get the stat
I saw
sheet up.
Swan do that for
That
Collingwood
happens,
once, and
mate.
they said,
It
he's having a
happens,
really
yeah.
quiet game.
Yeah.
He got 6 possessions running from one side of the half-back line to the other half-back line. And all of a sudden, I know Swan's done well, he's had 8 possessions this quarter. And I said, the ball did not go forward.
He had 6 possessions in 30 seconds.
So footy's different a little bit.
It is. It's the same with Matt Crouch. Right? Personally, the Crouch brothers love him, can play. Personally, me, I reckon Brad's better because he's a bit more damaging.
Yeah.
Matt Crouch gets a stack of the footy, and he's probably pretty hard to match up on.
Yeah, he goes that way, though, Kim, a lot.
He does, and I think he did actually have a couple of shots on goal. He kicked one on the weekend,
which is good,
which was great.
yeah.
And that's what he needs to do, because that's when he's going to be at that next level. He can find it. Don't worry, he can get it. There's been a lot of players, I reckon, over the journey that have got stacks of it.
Yeah.
Carried over the line.
Don't hurt.
Don't hurt, and hence is why you let him run around, do his own thing.
Yeah.
But when he starts to hurt you, then you've got to be accountable.
Kim, I've got to ask you, there was the club came out quite a bit, Adelaide Footy Club, Tex, Pikey. Did they go over the top with their, we're embarrassed, where we don't blame you for walking out? That's one game of footy.
Or did Port play that well?
Well, I thought Port played well. The
I thought they did really well.
The only one that gave them any credit, really, was Sloaney, who I heard on one of the radio stations last night, who said, look, don't take anything away from Port, they play well. I thought that Pikey and Tex, it just seemed to me to be an over-the-top reaction, not, hey, listen, that was a tough one, they played well, but we'll be back next week type of thing. But this embarrassed stuff, and is it over the top or not?
Probably a little bit. It's a big business these days.
It is a big business, I agree.
It's not just about winning and losing, it's about sponsorship, it's about membership and those sorts of things. No one ever goes out to play a bad game.
Exactly
No
right.
one ever goes out to not try. It might look like it, but I can tell you sometimes when it's happening, you're actually trying that hard, it's not working for
that's
you.
right, yeah.
But
it's like calling a bloke. It's like calling an AFL player soft.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous because it's such a tough game.
No such word. I don't think
No.
there's competitive and super competitive. That's what I reckon.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Did they go over the top? I think
It just seemed to be a lot of it.
I think so. And I also think walking out. Yes, you pay your money and you can walk about. Why would you?
Yeah,
that's right.
It's a very good point. Yeah.
I know all clubs do it, but why would you? If it's because you want to beat the traffic, fine, and get across the bridge quick, fine. But why would you? Like, you know what? Yes, we're getting flogged. We've won for the last 3 years in a row. Why would you? Like, to me, it doesn't.
I understand.
It does damage to the club.
Frustration. Mate, don't worry. I sat there going, God, it's the truth. And you do go, do you want to just lay a tackle? But back in the day when we all played, you're allowed to probably start a bit of a...
start something. Just slowed up the game.
Not a fight, or if you say a fight, you start something. These days you can't.
You can't do it.
You just can't do it.
Well, the 666 even amplifies that more because there's only...
It does. And look, that whole game, first half, I thought it was a great game. Both teams. We pros missed a few goals. We kicked the first. Then Tex gets another shot and misses. You never know. Then it just...
It's a fine line, isn't it?
I don't know what happened, but mate, they just...
Port just seemed to get their bodies in front at the contest. That's all it was. And we're talking a second. Just a second that I just get my body in front of my opponent, and it just seemed to, breed through Port, and they just seemed to get the first look of the ball. And that was the difference between the first and, and probably the second half.
It's interesting coming off buys, and like I said, I'm not in the footy club to know what goes on, and I don't really know. But it just sort of seems to me, they got beaten by Geelong. Only in the second half. They got beaten by Port in the second half. They actually they did look exhausted. I reckon they looked exhausted. They just looked like they couldn't chase, they couldn't run. So does that mean they've actually had a massive
block of training?
And that's a good point.
Who does know? But not an excuse, because it all comes down to seriously. It does. Do you want to chase? Do you want to tackle? Do you want to do
the
those
number
things?
of people that have said to me, isn't footy all between that? And we've been hearing it. I've been hearing that my whole life, But it's interesting because if the Crows had kicked some of those early goals, all of a sudden that you're just an inch bigger, you're a bit stronger because you're in front. You start missing them. It gets in between your ears.
Believe me, I know that. We've been missing them all year.
Do you know the thing is, when you look at the game today and you look at the stats that they're all getting and they get records, like you go back to when it was actually man on man and you had 30 or 40, that's a record because that was you worked for it. Today. It's not like that. And I look at the game now and go, oh, he was tagged. I said, well, I've watched this whole game and I haven't seen you get tagged. This is a tag. This is will it go? That's a tag. I believe it's not that at all. It's like, here's our structure. Zone off. Let him. Let him run forward because the turnover, you're going to kill him.
And that's what's happened. They hold their player for a moment or so. Once the ball moves over that line in towards the forward line, well, then you've got to go in defence. Another one sits back and holds the line.
Don't worry, there is some physicality there too. They are flat out hard. I reckon these days they generally trade off turnover. If you miss a target, look out. That's where the spread is. And that's what the game's become. Yes, we'll pressure you, but you know what, Endo? I'm going to let you run there and grab that kick. I'm not going to try and hit it or smother it or punch it out of your hands. I'm going to get the next one. And when it's turned over, I'm going to get over there and get it again.
So the Crows will rebound, you think, pretty comfortably?
Well, they're in trouble already. I mean, and it's ridiculous that they are. The people are now saying, oh, now they're flying up the Gold Coast nice and, on Wednesday, which I think they're going today.
They'll win that by 10 goals.
Well, but they're leaving early to go up there. They left early to go up there. Now their punters are saying, well, this is a disgrace. You should be training. This was planned at the start of the year.
Yep.
I heard Sloaney talking about it. Which way can we break up our training? I know what we'll do. We'll go to the Gold Coast a little bit earlier, get some sun, train in the sun.
Why not?
Perfect. Why would you do it?
And you know what? Why not? Because it's extremely hard to get on a plane the day before, go up there, just have a run around, get in your hotel room. You're better off going there early, getting customised to it.
Yeah.
But I actually do hope, though, after this, because they're not in trouble yet. You've got, 8 games to go, whatever. But I do actually hope after this, there are some guys who actually play in Adelaide that haven't had a great couple of weeks or 3 weeks. I do hope they make some changes and give some young kids in SANFL that I've been watching going far out. They surely are going to give them a go.
They need to look at it.
Yeah, they do.
This is the week to do it, isn't it?
Which it is. It is. It's up there. They've still got a heap of games to go and blood them.
Show them.
That's right.
Give them a crack.
Rosie and Butters. And,
give them a crack. Give them a crack. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Good on you, Kim.
Thanks very much for coming in. Dual premiership player for the Crows. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Tough gig to come in after a showdown loss.
I know.
Just don't
You've done well,
But
mate.
he stayed the 4 quarters, which is fantastic.
If you do want to come, I've got some fluoro milks in my car.
Oh, beautiful. We'll do that.
We'll
Make sure you hang around because that was sensational last time.
Good on you, mate.
Thanks a lot. We're back after the break.